And good evening, it's great to have you with us on this Saturday night. I'm Nick McGurk. We do start tonight with Memorial Day weekend. It's the official start of the 100 deadliest days of summer on Utah roads. One Utah family shares how they turned a near-death experience with a drunk driver into a powerful message of strength. ABC 4's Kayla Baggerly spoke with their family, and Kayla, what did they have to say?
Sarah Frye's life changed suddenly by an accident 2 years ago that paralyzed her. But she doesn't let that define her. Her mother and those around her say that she is an inspiration, teaching others how to live life to the fullest and not let anything hold them back.
Since I was hit by a drunk driver, I know how scary that can be. So it's important to not drink and drive and to just be smart about the actions that you make.
Sarah Frye was 17 when she and 3 friends were returning from a trip to Bear Lake on July 30th, 2020. They were driving through Logan Canyon when a drunk driver hit them head on.
We were expecting Sarah to be home from her trip in an hour, and we got this phone call, and it was just a nightmare.
This led to her spending 3 months in the hospital, having 20 surgeries, and needing both of her legs amputated above the knee.
Relearning how to do everything that used to be so normal was pretty difficult. That was probably the hardest time of it all.
But Sarah stayed positive, and through her perseverance was able to do all the things she loved to do again, like cheerleading, swimming, and golfing.
She's wake surfing at Lake Powell, and she's traveling Europe, and she's been skydiving.
Recently, she returned from a trip to Germany and just finished her first year in college at Utah State University, where she is studying elementary education.
I didn't think I would be so independent this soon after the accident. I thought I would need help from my parents, for a really long time.
And Sarah remains an inspiration to those around her.
So much has changed for her, but yet nothing has changed. She's still the same person, same personality, same fun Sarah.
Sarah says that her friends that were in the accident with her are also doing well today, and the experience of helping and supporting each other through what happened brought them even closer. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Kayla Baggerly, ABC 4 News.
Okay, thanks, Kayla. Just incredible perseverance there. Let's move on to Orem now. A man is in custody tonight after he allegedly fired shots at police before barricading himself inside a house. This happened around 7:30 this morning. This as police responded to a report of a car accident near 800 South Orem Boulevard. Orem police say the suspect in one of the vehicles ran and reportedly went to a home near 1000 South, 100 East.
He shot at officers, and officers shot back. He was injured. The officers were not injured. And he went into a home which does not belong to him.
Police say they made contact with the suspect. They were able to get the owners of the home out safely, thankfully. He then eventually came out and was taken to a nearby hospital with injuries. An officer-involved critical incident team, as they call it, is investigating this incident. To Utah County now. New information tonight in a deadly car crash west of Utah Lake. 2 people died in this crash. It happened just after Redwood Road, which then becomes Highway 68. It's about 10 miles north of the town of Alberta. Utah Highway Patrol says a sedan was traveling southbound. A Jeep SUV northbound. The sedan went off the road to the right, overcorrected to the left, then it was T-boned by the oncoming Jeep, according to authorities. Both of those in the sedan died. The occupants in the Jeep transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Speed, by the way, is being investigated as a factor in this crash. Today in Salt Lake, the Utah Coalition Against Sexual Assault, known as UCASA, will holding a youth summit on consent and healthy relationships. This is the second year of the summit, free to high school students. It educates about sexual assault, internet safety, boundaries, and consent in relationships, and how to be an ally and stand up for yourself and others. Event organizers say this is about teaching young kids good habits early so they can have the information as they transition into adulthood.
No means no is a very great baseline, but we're trying to build on top of that to where saying nothing doesn't mean yes. Looking uncomfortable but not being able to say anything doesn't mean yes.
In order to give affirmative consent, you have to be vocal, or you have to show that you're engaged. And right now there's no laws that address that particular issue, and I think we all need to kind of understand that.
Representative Romero says she hopes to get legislation passed before she leaves the State House of Representatives. And new at 10, Salt Lake County Sheriff's Search and Rescue They respond to a hiker with lower leg injuries today. Search and rescue officers say the hiker reportedly fell while trying to cross a river. Now, responders, they carried the patient down the mountain on a stretcher. The sheriff's office reminding the public about slick and muddy trails from recent rain, and really to take a lot of precautions there in the backcountry over the weekend. And before we check in with forecaster Bob Bedore, just take a look at this great shot of Salt Lake from our photographer, Andrew Brown. And at times it really did feel like a beautiful day, Mr. Bob Bedore, but there was also some rain.
It was beautiful at times. We had a little bit of rain during the day. In fact, about 2/3 of the state got a little bit of moisture, which was good. In fact, if we take a look right now, there's our beautiful flag outside the station. But then if we continue to move on and see from Deer Valley as night was starting to come on that, looking very nice there. Now, how did all this happen? What happened? And with our weather and all that going through, we have a cold front that was moving through, separated some things. You can see central Utah getting some rain. And then, of course, we can see some more moving in. We had Logan was getting some rain just a little while ago. So it's been kind of a crazy day. What does this all mean for tomorrow? Well, it's going to be a stormy day. You can take a look and see this low front is just staying there with circuits all around it. It's going to stay there, give us some rain, possibly some snow coming into the mountains. And then Monday, the low front didn't go very far, so that means all that same weather's going there. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little cool. It's going to be a little wet going in through most of the upper part of our state. Lower part's still going to have to deal with windy conditions. Right now, though, if we take a look at what's going on in our state temperature-wise here, we can see that we're in, there we go, it's starting to move now. I think this froze up. That's how cold it's starting to get. But we're in 50s, 60s through a lot of the state right now. St. George still holding on to an 85. And then our temperatures tonight, we're looking at a low of about 50. There's a chance for some thunderstorms coming in tonight. And then 64, that's going to be your low, where it's going to be clear and windy in St. George. I'll give you a fuller forecast as we get through a little later on in the newscast. Nick?
All right, thanks, Bob. New at 10, a 7-year-old missing child is safe today after going missing last night south of Flaming Gorge. The Uinta County Sheriff's Office says the boy was out riding his motorcycle when he disappeared. The bike was found a short time later, but without the child. He was found 13 hours later. That happened this morning. It's about 2.5 miles from where the motorcycle was found. Police say he was medically checked out and then reunited with his family. And a somber day in Ogden, the police department there honoring Officer Nate Lyday, who was killed in the line of duty 2 years ago. This was the day, 2020, that Officer Lyday was shot and killed as he responded to a domestic dispute. Now, after the initial 911 call, the suspect went inside as police arrived, and as officers approached the door, including Lyday, the suspect fired through the door at them. Now, Officer Lyday was shot, later dying from his injuries. Lyday survived by his wife, Ashley. Let's talk about Memorial Day weekend now. Some travelers already running into turbulence with hundreds of flights canceled this morning, and this comes as millions of Americans are hitting the roads. They're taking to the skies as well, despite record high prices. Here's ABC's transportation correspondent now, Gio Benitez.
Millions hitting the skies.
No, I'm just excited about traveling, going somewhere else.
United, American, and Delta collectively flying more than 14,000 flights a day this holiday weekend.
The TSA expects to screen 2.1 million passengers a day at airports across the country, at or even a little more than pre-pandemic levels.
We've got 2 years of pent-up vacations that we haven't had to take, but we're ready.
To prepare for those long lines, the TSA has upped its staffing.
We've increased the use of overtime. We're also allowing officers that are in a part-time status to convert to full-time.
With this summer expected to break travel records, Delta's Allison Osmond says this weekend's operation is critical.
In many ways, this is just sort of like a dry run for the summer because you're expecting even more passengers after this.
We want the dry run to go great this weekend because that will tell us, right, how the rest of the summer is going to go.
On your travel checklist, get to the airport early. Make sure you don't have any prohibited items in your carry-on and have the airline app ready in case you need to quickly rebook.
Don't let the crowd concern you. It is going to be busy getting through, but know that it's absolutely safe. If you want to wear your mask on board, you can absolutely wear your mask on board.
That's Gio Benitez reporting, and airport officials say if you're flying out tomorrow, crowds should be minimal. But come Monday, airports coast to coast will be packed again.